Hello students, a very good evening to all of you. Welcome to my channel. This is a very important class on Kvs Pgt English Literature exam and today is the class 7 of the video. But before starting, I want to give you a brief introduction about myself. My name is Brishti Mukherjee. I have qualified NTA UGC NET exam in English Literature 4 times and have also qualified West Bengal SET examination. I have 3 years of teaching experience. Moreover, I have also taught in NPTEL online course from IIT Madras 3 times. So that is all about myself. This is the link of my Telegram channel. The link is also given in the description box. So those of you who have not joined yet, please join to get notification of all important classes. And also please don't forget to like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel so that many more new learners can join. These are the timings of your classes Monday to Friday at 8:30 p.m. Saturday, Sunday off. So don't forget to join me live. Please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to get notification. So today's class is scheduled to be held on 8:30 p.m. But due to some technical issues, I could not take up the live class. So I am providing the recording of the same class so that your exam preparation will not be hampered. So this is the recorded class. I will post the recording in my channel soon. So after watching the recording, if you have any doubts and any queries, you can ask me in the comment section. So let's start. Today we will talk about the poem A Thing of Beauty by John Keats. So it is included in class 12 English syllabus of CBSE board. So let's start with the brief biographical introduction to Keats's life. So John Keats, as you all know, as a candidate of NTA NET, that he belonged to the second generation of romantic poets. He was born on 31st October 1795 in England. His father worked as a hostler in the stables and he suffered from the lack of money during his childhood. So his father admitted him into a low school, that is John Clark School in Enfield in England. His father died when he was 8 and he also lost his mother at the age of 14. That is why in Keats's poetry we find the issue of death, issue of sufferings, problems, and Keats is very famously known as an escapist poet because as he has received so much of shock in his life, so he has tried to escape from the earthly life into the lap of nature. He worked as a medical student at Guy's Hospital. His first poem was an imitation of Spenser, published in 1814, and first published poem था O Solitude in the Examiner. Examiner is the name of the magazine, and Leigh Hunt published the poem by himself. Okay, so it was his first published poem. Now this sonnet you all know, on first looking into Chapman's Homer, another important work, early work of John Keats. And 1819, this particular year is very important because in this particular year Keats published his famous odes. ठीक है, तो जिसके लिस्ट में आते हैं ओड टू ए नाइटिंगेल, ओड ऑन ए ग्रिशियन अर्न, ओड ऑन मेलांकोली, ओड टू साइकी. Okay, and you also know the fact that Shelley wrote a beautiful poem Adonis in memory of John Keats. Keats died on 23rd February 1821. So we have read or we will read about John Keats in detail in our NET exam class. So for KVS PGT, I don't think so much in-depth questions will be asked. So it is a brief introduction to his biography. Now we will directly move on to the poem of our discussion, that is A Thing of Beauty. And this is the epitaph of Keats. Also remember that this grave contains all that was mortal of a young English poet who, on his deathbed, in the bitterness of his heart at the malicious power of his enemies, desired these words to be engraven on his tombstone. So words kya hai? Here lies one whose name was writ in water. Very famous epitaph written by John Keats himself for his tombstone. ठीक है, तो अब चलो डायरेक्टली स्टार्ट करते हैं पोएम। तो यू हैव ऑल हर्ड दिस first line of the poem, a thing of beauty is a joy forever. So basically this poem is an excerpt from, you can note it down, this poem is an excerpt from Endymion, किट्स फेमस पोएम एंडीमियन, जिसका सबटाइटल है अ पोएटिक रोमांस। तो एंडीमियन अ पोएटिक रोमांस, इट इज द सोर्स ऑफ द पोएम। तो वहां से एक पोर्शन यहाँ पर लिया गया, ठीक है। So you all know that we consider Keats as a worshipper of beauty. So in this poem, Keats is also talking about that the beauty, thing of beauty is a joy forever. So the same thing he has also said in Ode on a Grecian Urn, beauty is truth, truth, beauty. तो फर्स्ट लाइन में ही देखो वो असर्ट कर रहे हैं कि अ थिंग ऑफ ब्यूटी इज अ जॉय फॉर एवर, इट्स लवलीनेस इंक्रीजेस। So a thing of beauty, whatever object it may be, its loveliness increases. So a thing of beauty which is a joy forever. So forever क्यों? Because it is timeless. Whatever we consider as a thing of beauty, which means it is a piece of art or it is an artistic work, so its loveliness is gradually increasing. It will never pass into nothingness. Nothingness here means into oblivion. ठीक है, तो ऑब्लिवियन में ये कभी जा ही नहीं सकते। पीपल कैनॉट फॉरगेट इट बिकॉज इट इज एन ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ ब्यूटी। सो ब्यूटी इज इमॉर्टल, ब्यूटी इज फॉरएवर, so it can never pass into nothingness or it can never lose its importance in earthly world, but will keep a bower quiet for us and a sleep full of sweet dreams and health and quiet breathing. So what does a thing of beauty can give us? John Keats is saying that this particular object of beauty, it will give us a great solace for our mind. It will be a very happy or a very comforting impact on our soul. Okay, we'll keep a bower quiet for us. Bower here not literally means that bower. Bower here means a peaceful place where we can spend our own time in our own way, and a sleep full of sweet dreams. तो स्वीट ड्रीम्स एंड स्लीप तभी आते हैं जब हमारे दिमाग में कोई टेंशन नहीं होता। So that beautiful object can relieve us from all sorts of earthly tensions, all sorts of sorrow and sufferings. Okay, in that sense, it is talking about full of sweet dreams and health and quiet breathing. So if we sleep well, our health will automatically improve, and also we can avoid the breathing problems. So totally मतलब जो बताने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं जॉन किट्स, वो ये है कि एक ब्यूटीफुल ऑब्जेक्ट हमेशा हमारे मन को एक शांति देता है, एंड दैट काइंड ऑफ पीस, दैट काइंड ऑफ सोलेमनिटी inside our soul, it will be very much enjoyable for all of us and it will give us comfort. ठीक है, देखो नेक्स्ट कह रहा है, therefore on every morrow are we reading a flowery band to bind us to the earth. So on every morrow, so after a night's good sleep, in every morning we try to do something new. So morning brings positivity, morning indicates the start of a new day. ठीक है, तो मॉर्निंग में हम क्या करते हैं, वी रीडिंग अ फ्लावरी बैंड टू बाइंड अस टू द अर्थ. So metaphorically, it means that we try to create an object of beauty in our life daily. जब भी हम सुबह उठते हैं तो दिमाग में यही होता है कि today I will do something good, something beautiful, which will be last forever or last long. So we read the flowery bands to bind us to the earth. So it talks about the unity or it talks about the harmony. ठीक है, तो वी आर रीडिंग अ फ्लावरी बैंड टू बाइंड अस टू द अर्थ. सो दैट फ्लावरी बैंड which again is a beautiful object, so it will help us to bind us to the earth, which means it will create unity or harmony. So beautiful object is such a thing, it will be loved by the people all over the world, so through that it can create a feeling of brotherhood. कि ब्यूटी और क्रिएटिविटी एक ऐसी चीज है जो सबके लिए है, देयर इज नो no barrier of caste, religion, country, gender, or anything else. So it can bind us with the earth through a flowery band. Spite of despondence of the inhuman dirt, of noble natures, of the gloomy days, of all the unhealthy and over darkened ways made for our searching. So it is very true that we experience sorrow in our life, we experience problems in our life. ठीक है, तो gloomy days भी आते हैं, unhealthy ways भी आते हैं, but still we all search for a beautiful object. ठीक है, तो यही हमारे जिंदगी का मेन पर्पस है, टू अचीव समथिंग ब्यूटीफुल और टू सर्च समथिंग ब्यूटीफुल. So we have our problems, we have gloomy days, we have inhumanity inside us, but still we have that craving for beauty. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट देखो कह रहा है, yes, in spite of all, some shape of beauty moves away the pall from our dark spirits. So pall signifies the dark cloud. ठीक है, so जिंदगी में कभी कभी जो बुराई के टाइम आते हैं, the bad times, so how can we overcome that bad time? This thing of beauty or object of beauty will help us. So in spite of all, some shape of beauty moves away the pall from our dark spirits. ठीक है, तो object of beauty, it has so much power that it can remove everything, it can remove every negativity from our soul. And देखो वो example दे रहे, such is the sun, the moon, trees old and young, sprouting a shady boon. So sun, moon, trees, all these natural objects. मैंने आपको अभी बताया कि Keats is an escapist. He always tries to move away from the earthly fever and fret, जैसे वो टू नाइटिंगेल में बताया था, and he wants to move to a world full of immortality, full of beauty, and beauty is truth to him. तो वो एग्जाम्पल दे रहे कुछ नेचुरल ऑब्जेक्ट्स का, सच द सन, द मून, ट्रीज ओल्ड एंड यंग, स्प्राउटिंग अ शेडी बून फॉर सिंपल शीप, एंड सच आर डैफोडिल्स विद द ग्रीन वर्ल्ड दे लिव इन, and clear rills that for themselves a cooling covert make against the hot season. So all the natural objects, they can deliver us something beautiful. वो example दे रहे कि the daffodil flower, the sun, the moon, and the green world, which means the forest, everything can solemnize our mind. And clear rills, rill means small river, small rivers. Okay, so clear rills that for themselves a cooling covert make gains the hot season. So hot season में ये जो छोटे मोटे rivers है, streams है inside the forest, they can also give us a peace or a kind of solace from the hot noon or the hot season. So everything in nature is there to give us some tranquility of mind. जो वर्ड्सवर्थ ने यूज किया था, ट्रैंक्विलिटी ऑफ माइंड, तो वो सिर्फ नेचर में ही अचीव हो सकता है. किड्स इज ऑल्सो बिलीविंग दैट. So deliberately he is giving some natural objects as an example of thing of beauty. The mid forest brake rich with a sprinkling of fair musk rose blooms, seasonal flowers. These are also very beautiful. Some seasonal flowers which are often very transitory, but जब भी वो bloom करते हैं तो बहुत अच्छा लगता है उसको देखने में. So in the middle of the forest, the poet is identifying a sprinkle of fair musk rose, a beautiful combination of pink and red color. ठीक है, and such too is the grandeur of the dooms we have imagined for the mighty dead. All lovely tales that we have heard or read, an endless fountain of immortal drink pouring unto us from the heaven spring. So this is how the poem ends. So it is talking about that the objects of the beautiful objects of nature, these are like endless fountain from heaven sent by God. So all these beautiful objects, specifically the beauty inside nature, all these things are created by God, as John Keats is saying, and these are like endless fountain of immortal drink, which means that beauty is endless. नेचर हमें जो ब्यूटी ऑफर करते हैं वो एंडलेस है. in every moment, in every single second, nature is changing its beauty, and we are exposed to that kind of beauty. We are free to enjoy it. So it is absolutely God's gift, that God has decorated nature with so many beautiful things so that mankind can find some respite inside nature, pouring unto us from the heavens brink. From the heavens brink. So from the heavens brink means by the grace of God. So we are receiving all these beauties by the grace of God, right? So basically, the theme of the poem is that human life is full of problems and sufferings, but among all such problems, we must look at those beautiful objects which are there to give ourselves relief from those depression. ठीक है, अब देखो ये दोनों लाइंस जो मैंने बताया कि वी हैव एंड सच टू इज द ग्रैंडर ऑफ द डूम्स वी हैव इमेजिन फॉर द माइटी डे। तो इसका मीनिंग क्या है? ग्रैंडर ऑफ द डूम्स बेसिकली रेफर्स टू द डेथ ऑफ आवर एंशियंट फोरफादर्स, the death of our ancient forefathers. So it is talking about that mighty dead. That is why he is talking about mighty dead. It refers to the death of the glorious people of the past. So their death is also an object of beauty, an object of pride, because in लोगों के death से the Indian society or the Indian culture has been glorified. So that is why their death is grand, and we commemorate their birthdays, their death anniversaries, all those important people। ठीक है, कोई भी फील्ड में जो हमारे इंडियन कल्चर में है तो हम उसी के बारे में बात करते हैं व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट इंडियन कल्चर। So in the same way, Keats is not talking about Indian culture, but Keats is talking about the culture of the world। कि पूरे वर्ल्ड में ऐसे बहुत सारे फेमस लोग हैं जो कि हैं हमारे फोरफादर्स, हमारे एंशियंट फोरफादर्स, predecessors। So they have the capability to make the world grand with their death। So their death is also a very beautiful thing to discuss about or to learn something from। So beautiful object not only give us pleasure, but it can also give us some teachings, moral teachings। ठीक है, नेचर इज ऑल्सो अ ग्रेट टीचर, जो वर्ड्सवर्थ ने भी बताया था। ऑलमोस्ट सभी रोमांटिक पोएट्स का एक ही मानना था कि नेचर इज द अबोड ऑफ गॉड। Pantheistic philosophy of Wordsworth, Keats is also saying the same thing, that nature is the creation of God and nature is also a great teacher, a moral teacher for all of us। So their deaths can also give us a particular lesson, that is why they are also included in the thing of beauty। So that is about the poem। Actually, it is an excerpt from Endymion. So just highlighting Keats's famous philosophy of beauty and how beauty can be enjoyed throughout our life. Beauty is immortal. Our life is transitory. Keats is saying our life is transitory. So we must enjoy beauty as much as we can. So that is basically the main theme of the poem। Okay, so that is the end of today's class। uh, please watch the recording completely। So this is the link of my Telegram channel, the link is also given in the description box, and these are the timings of your classes। So sorry again for the technical glitches for which I could not be able to take live class today। So this is today's recording। We will definitely meet tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. live with a new topic। So please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to get notification। Okay, so thank you all। Bye bye everyone. Good night. See you all tomorrow at 8:30 p.m.